Hello everyone, my name is Alex and today I'm going to talk about a new feature which was introduced in Argo CD version 1.3, Orphaned Resources Monitoring. So first of all, what is Orphaned Resource? As you probably know already, Argo CD continuously monitors the state of a target Kubernetes cluster and compare it with the state defined in Git, and it is looking for any deviation, and if there is any deviation, it notifies you about that. So, for example, here we have a deployment which is defined in both Git and it is in a cluster, and it has a difference in the spec. And here we have two services. One service is defined in Git, but it is not in a cluster, so it's supposed to be created. Another service was in Git, then it was deleted from Git, and now it's supposed to be deleted from the cluster. And this is great, but there are cases where you have a deviation, but you don't get any notification. So for example, if I create a new resource using kubectl right now, Argo CD is not going to notify me about that. And the reason is not every object in the cluster is managed by a continuous deployment tool like Argo CD. So there are cases where you have a deviation and you want to get a notification, and there are cases where the situation is perfectly fine and you just want to have a resource in the cluster. So we try to think how we can improve it and improve monitoring in Argo CD, and we realized that there is a pattern which we can use. So if a namespace is used as a target namespace for Argo CD application, then every resource in such namespace is usually managed by Argo CD. So if this is the case, then we can assume that every resource in such namespace which is not managed by Argo CD is a bad resource, it's a deviation, and we should monitor such resources and notify user about them. And this is exactly what Orphaned Resource Monitoring feature is doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the feature in action. First of all, we need to enable that feature in the application project. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm supposed to click Edit button and enable Orphaned Resource Monitoring. It is done. Now let's switch back to application profile page, and nothing has changed because application has no orphaned resources. And let's go ahead and create one. I'm going to use kubectl create command, and I will create a pod in the application namespace. So resource was created, and as you can see, now resource is visible on the application tree, and application got a warning condition. If I click on that warning condition, you can see that it explains that application has one orphaned resource, and you can use Argo CD UI to check what exactly that resource is. You can see its spec, and if you don't like it, you can go ahead and delete it. And this is what that feature is about. So, as I mentioned, feature is available in version 1.3. Please give it a try and tell us what you think about it. Thank you.